I would say I choose the Belgium consulate as an opportunity in my life. I did change many times of style, of way of living. This one came after a trip around the world sailing, and I start my own startup in the solar industry, which did not take off. And on the same time, I was making the competition to be able to do this job. So after 12 months, I've successfully finished this competition, finished first, and then I receive immediately a job to go in Asia, and I decide to go to Asia. Yeah. The difference between living in a boat and living in a house, it's very simple, and you will understand very quickly. When you live in your boat, you travel the world. When you live in the house, you stay at the same place. And that's probably the big difference. One, you are in the movement, and the other ones you settle down. This is probably the most challenging part of the trip, is to adjust. It means that it does not come immediately, because of course you live in a much smaller space where everybody interact when conflict need to be solved immediately, and so the process are totally different, and we need to adjust. And in my particular case, it took 2 to 3 months to be fully adjusted. Yeah. I would say surely yes, I miss to live in a boat, but I will also answer that I will go back living in the boat. So this is a period of my life where I have kids to educate. They are in high school or college, and then I'm decide that it's time for me to be here and to be in a house and to give them the choice that I have had myself, and they will decide after their own life. But my own life will be going back surely in a boat. Yeah, are huge, and you can write books about that. But to be as simple as possible, when you live in your own country, once again you live in your comfort zone. When you get your friends, you get your family, you don't realize how lucky you are most of the time, you know. If I take the case of Belgium, you know, education is free, healthcare are free. You don't notice that. People might complain about the system, but they do not realize you need to go out. You know, we first went to Korea, which is a really different system. You do not speak the language, you do not have an address in the road, nobody speaks English, they eat different food, all the system is very complicated. And so you feel completely lost, and but on the other hand, you know, we used to say what does not kill you makes you stronger. And so you develop certain skills, you try to learn a little bit of the language, to understand the culture, to appreciate. I think the key is to appreciate, always to see the good side of the country where you are. Stop any criticism and really focus on what good is. And the same for the United States, because the United States is not Europe, it's also very different from a cultural point of view, you know. The difference is not so obvious than it is for Asia. But there are a lot and a huge difference and in the mentality of the people, and then we try to really focus also on the good point, you know. Yeah. So